Hey, welcome to Positive Partners. On this episode, we're going to talk about brushing dogs' teeth and clipping their nails, and how to get away with this without upsetting your dog too much. So stay tuned. Hey, glad you could stay with us. Mike Thompson along with Tom High School. And today we're talking about clipping nails and brushing of teeth. And it's something I know a lot of people dread, especially clipping of the nails, because...
Yeah, me too on both. Yeah, I didn't do it until I did it.
Yeah, so you know, the dogs will, sometimes they're very sensitive about their nails, and they might nip or whatever, but if you start them soon enough, then possibly you might make a nice experience.
You can make up lost ground, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, so in the
because there's a lot of things that could be traumatizing if you cut it too close and it bleeds, it does hurt.
Yeah, yeah. Tell me if this hurts.
Yeah.
Just say, how do you feel? So anyway, yeah. So you can make up lost ground, and you and I were both talking about, that we hadn't cut our dogs' nails very much because we walked them enough that wore them down, but...
that's the best thing.
Yeah.
Take it for walks in parking lots or concrete or something, and it just wears them down naturally.
Plus, it's not too hot. But anyway, it
right.
wears them down. Yeah, right. And we don't want to go on when it's that hot anyway. So yeah, but when I stopped walking my dog as much, then his nails started growing longer. And it's like, okay, now I got to figure out what to do. So,
right.
Yeah, and toothbrushing, I just looked at his mouth and said, okay, he's been. I got him when he was 4. He was reactive to everything, and I didn't want to put him through that at the time or the vet's office, and then eventually I thought, I got to do something here, and okay, let's start, and we've held the line and actually, done well with it, but so you
I don't know a lot of people who do brush their
some vets was saying only about 2% of owners. Yeah.
I figure it's
but it's easier. It's a lot easier than you think. I mean, it's totally a lot easier, and when they like the taste of the toothbrush, it's
a treat.
It's a treat. It's cool. Yeah, you'll see that here. So we're talking about equipment for nail trimming. There are those nail trimmers you can get that look, I don't know what you'd call them, but they're bigger and clunkier. These are about as big as you need, even for a larger dog. You're only trimming the tip of the nail, and they're easy to control. And on all this, you're just doing a little bit at a time. So the deal is, take it in stages, steps, and do a little bit at a time. You don't have to trim all the nails. You don't have to trim the whole nail. Just get a little bit, give a treat, make it good, do something else the next day.
Right, and if it's a neglected dog and it's got these long talons,
right,
take a little bit at a time.
Just a little bit at a time.
Not the same day.
Right.
But maybe a week or two in the middle, a little bit here and a little bit there.
A little bit there, yeah.
Because
and make it fun.
If you have a dog with white toenails, then you can see that little bloody nub in there.
Right.
You don't want to hit that.
You got a diagram in here that shows you just where that is.
Okay.
And like you're talking about, if a dog's got long toenails, well then, if they tolerate the groomer or the vet doing it, then good. If they're not good with that, then you can get them good with you. But you take off a little bit of time, because the area in the middle of the nail that has that's red, which you can see with the white nail, is has the nerves and the blood supply, and then the keratin on the outside is the hard part. Like these, like for us, the part of the nail that's living is back here, and then here the part of the nail that's out here is that's dead, no feeling in it, so we can trim that. That's the part we're talking about. But when a dog's nails get really long, that whole inside part of the nerve supply and the blood supply grows out with it. So you're going to have to just take that back a little bit at a time. So better too little than too much.
And if you do get it too close and it bleeds,
it's a styptic powder, which you can use, for like
I was thinking
shaving.
like baking soda or something like that.
Yeah, well, styptic powders, I don't know what chemical it is, but it actually, stops bleeding quickly, and you can get it, at Walmart or the vets or somewhere, and a little tube of it, and if you're concerned about, having a problem there, you just put it in the top of this thing here, and, if you do happen to catch a tip of a nail, which hopefully if you're just doing it a little bit at a time, it won't be hardly anything at all, but you could just dip the dog's toenail in that. And if you're just really careful, then the dog won't even feel anything, and it would stop on its own practically. But if you need to, you can just dip their nail in the powder there on the end, and you're good.
What's its name again?
Styptic powder. Yeah,
but we've used different things, a powdery stuff that just soaks it up, baking soda, or there's another type of powder too.
If you don't have something else handy,
right? Because one day,
I suppose cornstarch.
Cornstarch, that's it. That's probably the best is cornstarch.
Yeah.
Ulrich was running around outside and broke a nail off. I mean, down.
What, down really far? Yeah.
Right. So that little red thing was hanging out.
Okay. Oh, wow.
All the hard stuff was gone,
Oh,
and so it was bleeding pretty bad.
Yeah,
so
right.
Right now, we got to get this stopped.
Yeah, so cornstarch.
Right.
Yeah, all right. Good improvisation.
Right.
Yeah. So for tooth care, there's some of this stuff you can get. It's got, you just put it on your finger and put it in the dog's, mouth. And, you get them so they like the taste of it. I just tried it. It's not terrible.
You're not trading it in for your Pepsodent?
I'm not putting it on my salads anytime soon. But
I've heard some of it's like meat flavored.
Yeah, right. That's a good point on it. That's the toothpaste. So anyway, this has got stuff on it that helps reduce plaque and all that sort of stuff. So it's foaming tartar remover, and you can ask you about what they recommend.
I guess what I've done in the past is just give them some of these teeth cleaning chews or
That's
bones
good.
stuff.
Yeah. And bones, if your dog's a good chewer on bones, then that helps keep their teeth clean. That's dogs that eat something other than kibble. Kibble's probably not the best for having good oral status. So you can get these combination of for toothbrush. You get a brush. You get the toothpaste with, and you always use pet toothpaste. People toothpaste is different.
They don't know to spit.
That's true.
That's the difference.
That's true.
This is made so you could swallow it.
Yeah, and so this has some stuff that's made to reduce
cut the tartar down.
Cut the tartar down and that sort of thing, and then you can in the little package there's a little thing you put on your fingertip. So if your dog is not dog is more comfortable with your finger instead of a toothbrush. And toothbrushes, you get them according to the size of the dog. So this is for a big dog, and which mine is. And there's smaller ones for small dogs. And this little thing in here, and you can just put the toothpaste on there and just rub it like that. But we'll explain it in steps. All this.
How often would you do this?
I do it every night now.
Yeah?
Yeah, and he likes it. It's fine. It's just part of his routine. Actually, he's, as far as he's happy with it, it's kind of a comfortable part of this routine for him. So.
Yeah, I'm more comfortable with brushing teeth than I am cutting nails.
Oh, yeah. But with nails, and I understand that because I avoided it. It was like, I don't want to, hurt him and
Right.
do something. And so I kind of did a little research, which we'll have here, and found out how to do it, and made it work. And it's easy. Just take it in steps, and all these things. It's all a form of body handling. So you're getting your dog used to being touched, and held for a longer period of time, then having the equipment near them, getting them used to the taste, finding out what taste they like, having their nails touched with this here. So that as you go through this, you don't start off with clipping their nails. You start off with holding their paw. Yes, good boy. Holding their paw a little longer. Yes, good boy. Holding their paw in the way that you're going to do that, so you can clip their nail. Holding their paw in that way. Bringing the clippers up, just touching their nail with it. Yes, good boy. And so you get them used to this all in stages, and it goes really smoothly. It's actually, and Bo, as you'll see, volunteers. He'll hold out his paw, and I'll ask him, do you want to do more? Yes. Because they give him a treat. He gets a little, So,
got to sweeten the deal a little
you
bit.
should sweeten the deal. Works. Go with what works. Yeah, why make it hard on you or the dog?
Right.
So let's start that video here, and we'll be starting off with toothbrushing. Okay, we are talking about basic grooming with your dog, and two areas. One is toothbrushing, and the other is nail care. And only about 2% or so of dog owners brush their teeth. It's a big health benefit to dogs, and can you have to still get your vet to check your dog's teeth and do what's necessary for their health with their teeth, but can keep their teeth in much better shape and keep their health better too, in terms of even heart conditions and the general bacterial load that's in their body. Paw clipping is also important. It helps your dog have good posture, and for older dogs makes a big difference on their joints and how comfortable they are. And for dogs that are athletic, you're a good boy, aren't you? You're a good boy. That it helps them perform and keep their balance. And so, again, a lot of people are very concerned about nail clipping. And so Bo's used to his toothbrush here. Yeah, there's your toothbrush, isn't it? Yeah, you're a good boy. And Bo's shedding also. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. So we'll start with toothbrushing. So Bo likes his toothbrush, and what we did with that to get him started, you use enzymatic toothpaste, which is specifically for dogs. You don't use human toothpaste. Some of the sweeteners in human foods, like specifically xylitol, is poisonous for dogs. This has sorbitol, which is not poisonous. So anyway, first you get your dog used to the taste of the toothpaste. And what is this? This is a poultry flavor for him. He likes that. Prior to that, this whole area of nail care and tooth care is just a part of body handling. So when you're petting your dog, you want to get them used to you. Come here, Bo. Come on over here. Come on around. Good boy. You want to get them used to touching their paws and touching their teeth and touching their tail and getting them used to the kind of body handling they'll be doing at the vet's office and so forth. You're a good boy. So you can just kind of rub along their teeth or just rub in here, and then when you've done that, you pair that with a little bit of tasty little food morsel of some kind that your dog likes. Yes, good boy. Here. Right. Yeah. Yes. Come here, Bo. Come on around. Come here. Come here. Good boy. Yes. And so when you take your toothpaste, you do all this with steps. Just keep doing things in a way that keeps your dog comfortable. All this will come together over a period of days or weeks or whatever it takes, but go slowly. Yes, good boy. You rub it along his teeth there. Yes. And he likes the taste anyway. And then put some on the toothbrush. Now there are little rubber tips you can get that go over your finger that have little nubs on them, and you can put the toothpaste on that, and I'll get a picture of one of those later. I didn't bring it with me. Anyway, so, and just do a quick, yes, good boy. Good dog. And do the other side a little bit. Yes, good boy. Okay, where'd my goodies go? They're here. Yeah, you're a good boy. Alright. And then eventually, now, I've taught him to say yes and no by touching my open palm is yes and my closed fist is no. Bo, you want to do the toothbrush? Bo, toothbrush? Bowie, I don't have anything. Toothbrush? Yes? Okay. Come here, Bo. Yeah, good boy. So pretty much every night, you know what you smell? Come here, come here, run around. Yeah, good boy. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Now, I got Bo when he was 4. He already had tooth problems, but he was real reactive, and so I just haven't wanted to put him through what would be involved with regular cleaning, even though we may get to that point. But this is keeping his mouth in better shape, and his gums are doing all right. And there's supposedly a technique, too, that when you're brushing his teeth, you brush at a 45-degree angle, like that. All right, good boy. And he likes the taste of it, so yeah, good boy. All right, good job. That's a good boy. Yes, you are. All right. So for paw trimming, so this is what I prefer. It's just easier to manage. They're these kinds of clippers, and for me, I just can't really see what I'm doing with them very well. Yeah, good boy. All right. And then you can use a Dremel if you get your dog used to the sound of the Dremel. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that funny? Yeah, big boy. All right. So, just like dogs are you want to get, come here, come here. Yeah, come here. You want to get them used to body handling from an early age, or as early as you can, or from wherever you're starting. Yeah. And so teeth is an area that they get used to. Get them used to you looking in their ears like the vet will, or you might want to check to see if they've got a tick there. Get them used to looking under their tail. Yeah, good boy. Because that's where ticks can go. Ticks can also go between their feet, between their toenails. Yeah. Okay. And yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. So you get them used to giving you their paw. Bobo, sit. Sit, please. Good. Paw. Yes, good boy. And get them used to you holding their paw for a little bit. Yeah. Sorry you slipped. All right. This green screen's a little slippery for you. All right. So on his paw, come here, Bo. Come here. Sit, please. Sit. Good boy. On his paw, there's a white area, and that's the area that has no nerve endings. It's just the hard area of the paw, and where you can see it's pink. And that's where the quick is, that's where the nerves are, and the blood supply to the nail is. And underneath, I'll get another picture of that, but underneath you can see that there is a little triangle in there, and that marks where the quick starts. So, in cutting, you want to get your dog used to, yes, just having their nails touched with the clippers. Yeah, good boy. Okay, paw. Good boy. Yes. Okay, paw. What are you doing? Found another one? Okay, paw. Good boy. Yes, good boy. And then just take off a little bit of an area where you're comfortable. The area that's clearly white, or just the tip. Come here, bro. Paw. Good boy. Right out. There. Good boy. Yes. Okay, you want to do this some more? Do you want to do this some more? Yes, okay. All right. Good boy. So that's the way you do it.
It's a pretty informational video.
Yeah, he enjoys it. It's a nice time between us, you know, and
the only thing I would add too is if you are training or doing it to your own dog, approach it with some being sure of yourself and not timid or scared.
And on that point, you know, get comfortable with the clippers where you hold them in your hand. Get comfortable with holding your dog's paw. So before you ever make that first trim, you know, get comfortable holding your dog's paw, the dog and you comfortable with that period of time that it takes, comfortable with bringing the clippers up and then positioning it, you know, where you're going to trim. And then when you do, all you're doing is you've already got it over where you've practiced positioning over the part of the nail where you're going to trim, and then just make a little clip. Better to do too little than too much. Just take it easy, you know. Right. No reason to hurry at all, you know.
But they can pick up those.
Right. You want to be confident.
Your fear or whatever.
So you want to be confident that what you're doing is going to work out. It's just fine. So you know you can take the dog's paw or ask for their paw. They give you their paw. You hold it. You know, you're in position there, and then yes, good dog. And then you know because it takes a while, like you said, to get over the feeling of nerves that all of us have about doing something new. So That's a really good point, to be confident. And so practice is what it is, and practice and just, you know, mocking it through, and then that first little trim you make, hey, you're good.
As long as you don't hurt them, then they'll trust you.
Right, and like that showed there, you can tell where the part is that you can trim on a dog with a white nail. You can see the white part. It's white and not pink.
Right.
And you just catch the tip, or you just cut the tip of it. And on a dog with a black nail, you're just more, you know, especially careful. If you look on the end, on the inside, it'll be the solid color. If you start seeing a little dot in the middle, a tiny dot, that's definitely where to stop. So, and yeah, he really likes it. And I was nervous about starting the whole thing, you know, both on, you know, kind of like, well, how's he going to feel about, you know, having my, you know, something in his mouth, because that's just totally, you know, different. But, you know, once I figured out that he liked the taste of the toothpaste, and, you know, and that he liked the routine of, you know, being rewarded and all that, was good. So.
Other than give him the treat which spoiled his toothbrushing now.
No, it's dried salmon, so we're good.
Okay. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you guys picked up a little bit about how to take care of your dog, and we'll see you next month on Positive Partners.